So today I'm back with another new release from Parfums Vintage. This one is called Sunset in Heaven, and this is their take on Baccarat Rouge 540. So as a lot of you may know, I am a huge fan of Baccarat Rouge 540. It's one of my favorites of all time. I wear it a lot. And as soon as I found out that Parfums Vintage was working on their take on this fragrance, I was really excited, and I finally have it. It came out, I think, early this month, and I finally have my hands on it. So I'm going to go and tell you what I think of it, how it compares to the original, and so on and so forth. Also, I'm going to do a giveaway with this one because I don't think I did a giveaway with the last Parfums Vintage video I did. So I'm going to give away a 5 ml sample. I'll tell you how to enter that later on in the video. Also, I want to point out that I also got Excellent Le Musc Intense, which is their take on Bleecker Street. I'm going to cover this one in a different video just because this really isn't anything like Baccarat Rouge 540. I didn't really want to combine them, so I will be doing a review separately on this one as well. So with everything else aside, let's go and jump right into Sunset in Heaven. So the main notes in this one is saffron, amberwood, jasmine, ambergris, fir resin, and cedar. Those are the notes that is in this one. Again, extremely similar to Baccarat Rouge 540. So how does this smell? Right when I first spray it on, you kind of get a lot of notes together all at once. And that's one thing I found with this fragrance is it's hard to pick out individual notes. Just like with Baccarat Rouge 540, it's blended together extremely well. Nothing really sticks out over any other notes. It's blended together smoothly, so it's kind of hard to pick out individual notes and say which one sticks out the most because, again, they're blended together extremely well. I will say though, what I pick up the most, at least to my nose, is probably that amberwood. It's a very resinous smelling note, and it's something that you get pretty much right off the bat when you first spray this, and it stays throughout the life of the fragrance. I get some saffron as well, which gives it a little bit of a spicy touch, but not by a whole lot. This is mostly a warm, woody, inviting fragrance. Again, you do hear a lot of people compare this to like a burnt sugar smell, or for me personally, I compared it to the smell of like latex gloves when I first smelled it, because it just does have that type of scent, and it's something that really has grown on me a lot. It's just a scent profile that I've really come to love, and again, here with Parfums Vintage, I think they've done an extremely good job at replicating it, so much so that it's really hard for me to pick out differences, again, from little minor things here and there. It's really tough, and I've been testing it now for a few days, so it's kind of tough for me to pick out differences, but it is extremely close. This fragrance does stay mostly linear. In the dry down, again, same thing. You get that amberwood, you get that saffron, that fir resin. In the dry down, I do pick up on a little bit more ambergris, which gives it a little bit of a cool type of scent, but it's not super prominent. It's not, sticking out a whole lot, but I do pick up on that a little bit more in the dry down. I just want to point out too that this is an EDP concentration, just like the EDP of Baccarat Rouge 540. I'm not sure if they're going to do an extrait version of this, but I would be interested to see that because I do also really like the extrait. Just wanted to throw that out there before we start jumping into the performance. So the performance, how does this perform? It performs really good. Baccarat Rouge 540 is one of my strongest fragrances that I own. It easily lasts over 12 hours. It projects very strongly with just 2 sprays. It also leaves a really good scent trail, because I've had people tell me that they could smell me in rooms over when I pass through them, and even though I'm gone, they can still smell it lingering. So it is extremely strong, and with Sunset in Heaven, there's no difference there. This stuff is still extremely strong. It performs, I would say, about the same as Baccarat Rouge 540. It's hard for me to say exactly because I do go anosmic to both of these fragrances extremely quickly. So it's hard for me to get a definite which one is stronger, which one isn't. But I can tell you that this one is no slouch at all. It's easily up there with Baccarat Rouge 540, easily about the same performance. I'm not sure if it's better. It might be a little bit better. It might be a little bit less strong. Again, it's hard for me to say because my nose does tune it out after a while. But again, like I can tell you, it is extremely strong. Definitely no slouch at all when it comes to performance. Number of sprays with this one, I would only go with maybe 2, maybe 3 sprays, 2 to 3, depending on what you're doing. That's really all you need. Anything more, and you are going to be really pushing out. You are going to be drawing a lot of attention to yourself. If that's what you want, then by all means, go for it. But if you're in like a work environment or something, definitely go easy on the trigger with this, because I've read online where people do overspray this type of fragrance, and you know, it's doesn't end up good, especially if you're at work. So with this one and with Baccarat Rouge 540, go light on the trigger, because again, potent stuff right here. So when can you wear Sunset in Heaven? Really, you could wear this any time of the year for any occasion, at least in my opinion. Now, some people might say it's more of a fall and winter fragrance exclusively. I personally wore Baccarat Rouge 540 a lot over the summer, and again, with the same thing here, I would wear this one over the summer. That's just my personal preference. Was I doing it when it was out in the 100-degree temperatures? No, I wasn't. But I still wore it mostly in climate controlled areas, but I did go outside sometimes and it was fine. So again, for my personal, you know, preference and what I do, I would wear this any time of the year. It's just extremely versatile, and again, it performs good. So in the winter and the fall, it's going to cut through the air easily. If you are going to be wearing it in the spring and summer like I do, limit your sprays, don't go too heavy, and you should be fine. But overall, like I said, pretty much any time of the year you can wear this for any occasion. Extremely versatile. I would say for occasion wise, this would be better for dressed up, maybe going out to a dinner, going on a date. Occasions like that, maybe in the evening, is when I would wear this the most. It just has this very smooth, luxurious smell to it that I think it would be perfect for any sort of evening out, going to a dinner and things like that. But again, like I said, very versatile, so you could wear it pretty much whenever you want in the day, if you're going out, whatever the case may be. But again, for me personally, evenings, going to a nice dinner, or whatever the case may be, going to an event, that's when I think this one would be the best. So comparing this to other clones, because this is a question I get asked all the time when I do a video on Parfums vintage fragrances, I say, well, what about this clone, or what about this clone? I have tried the Dua version and Alexandria version of this fragrance. Honestly, in my opinion, it kind of comes down to you get what you pay for. All right, when you're buying the Parfums vintage, you're getting, one, you're getting a bigger bottle, two, you're getting overall a nicer quality bottle and box. I think I've showed the box before, but the box is extremely nice. It's sturdy, it's heavy, it's a thick cardboard. It looks really cool, if you can see it. Overall, really nice presentation, and I think you get what you pay for. The Dua version, Casino Royale Nights, and that one, to me, to my nose, it takes the EDP and the extrait and it mixes them together. That's what I get from Casino Royale Nights. And again, that's a good one too. Didn't perform the best on my skin, but what are you gonna do? I found with the Alexandria version of this one, Interplay Extrait, it had more of a fresh type of scent and a little bit more of an alcohol prominent smell in it. That was just my experience with it. So I would say, in terms of which one is closest, I would have to say either this one or the Dua one, but the Alexandria one was still good, but it did have a little bit of a different twist on it that didn't make it smell as close to the original as this one and even as the Dua one. But again, they're all different in my opinion. This one is the closest to the EDP of Baccarat Rouge 540. Dua Casino Royale Nights takes the EDP and the extrait and mixes them, so you get a little bit of that almondy smell, and they're mixed together. And this one from Parfums Vintage is just solely focusing on the EDP of Baccarat Rouge 540 extrait and getting as close as possible. So again, that's just my personal opinion on what I think of the different clones, since people ask me every time I do one of these videos, oh, what about the Dua version, what about the Alexandria version? There's my opinion on that. Again, people are going to get mad and say, oh, you're biased because you got the bottle for free. No, I mean, you can think whatever you want. It really doesn't affect me at all. I couldn't care less. I'm just giving you my honest opinion on all of the ones that I've tried. So my camera is flashing at me saying that it's going to die, so I need to hurry up and finish this up. Compliments really quick. Let's talk about compliments. It's a compliment getter. This release, Baccarat Rouge 540, made it in the top 3 on my most complimented list, and that's for a reason. It does pull me a lot of compliments, and with this one right here, there's no difference. This performs really good, just as good as Baccarat Rouge 540, so people can smell you. And I did definitely get some compliments with this one when I was testing it. It just works. I don't know what it is about this DNA that garners compliments, but it really does. And with this one, there's no difference there. It will get you compliments. Again, is a scent going to be for everyone? No, it's not. Some people may not like that burnt sugar, cotton candy type of smell. but for me it is definitely a winner, and for a lot of people around me that have smelled it, definitely is a winner as well. Do I recommend you blind buy this? No, I do not recommend you blind buy this. I would strongly recommend grabbing a sample either of this or of Baccarat Rouge 540 itself, because again, they're so similar to each other that if you like this, you're going to like Baccarat Rouge 540. If you like Baccarat Rouge 540, you're going to like this. So I recommend you getting a sample of one of them. I know Parfums Vintage sells sample sets on their website, so you should be able to get one of this. People will probably be selling them on, Facebook and stuff. So highly recommend you sample it first. I don't want you to blind buy it and then get mad at me saying that you don't like it. That's not my problem. That's not my fault. Fully disclosing the fact that this isn't for everyone, but again, for me, it is one that I really enjoy. And now let's talk about the giveaway real quick. All you had to do to enter the 5 ml sample giveaway is like, subscribe, and then leave a comment down below telling me you want to be entered. I am only shipping within the US, so that's just something to keep in mind. And that's it for the giveaway. So if you want to be entered, again, like, comment, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and you'll be entered. So my final thoughts on this one, I love it a lot. Parfums Vintage did a great job here. Again, they've been doing a great job with a lot of the new releases. Evolution de l'Homme Soir, which is their Elysium take. Really love that one. I've been wearing that one a ton, and I'm going to be wearing this one a ton too, so that way I don't have to use up all of my Baccarat Rouge 540. So again, they've been doing a great job. As much hate as they tend to get, they are making killer releases, and that's just the fact. I mean, these releases are good. It's not synthetic by any means. The quality is there. It's great. It's blended just how Baccarat Rouge 540 is blended to my nose. It's just great work. So again, shout out to Parfums Vintage, doing great stuff. And I'm going to go ahead and leave it at that before my camera dies. That's going to do it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button. Also forget to subscribe and turn on post notifications so you don't miss when I post. And again, don't forget about the giveaway. Leave a comment down below, tell me you want to be entered, and you will be. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.